peace talks between Israel and the Palestinian Authority have been at a stalemate for quite some time now. And while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has recently been quoted urging Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to return to the negotiating table, word has it on the Israeli street that Abbas has made some preconditions for the renewal of talks, one of which is the release of about 100 Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails. We asked Israelis whether they thought this condition should be met.
The question is, what kind of prisoners we're talking about? Are these prisoners that they have blood on their hands? Are these prisoners that were just, stealing things? I mean, the question is, which prisoners are we talking about?
I think that you shouldn't ask for anything just to come back to sit down and talk. I mean, if you want to have peace, then you should come and talk about it. You shouldn't require for anything to do before that.
There is a precedent in Israel of releasing prisoners in negotiations, one that many Israelis are very unhappy about. In October 2011, 1,027 Palestinian security prisoners were released to Hamas in exchange for kidnapped Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit. This is a fairly recent exchange in Israeli history, and so many Israelis are furious about suggesting such a precondition once again, especially since, according to them, no real peace is guaranteed anytime soon.
Is it a true peace, or this is just a release of prisoners in order to start conversations or negotiations? Because I know that the Palestinians do not want to come to the table without some kind of agreements, preliminary agreements with the Israelis.
I don't think that we should release a prisoner for come back to the negotiations. It's fake. They do this just for the media. Even if we release 1,000, they don't come back to the peace table.
It's going to be hard for the Israelis to support such kind of agreement.
In previous discussions between the two parties last year, Netanyahu apparently considered the release of 50 veteran prisoners arrested before the signing of the 1993 Oslo Accords. But this idea was rejected. Abbas has also previously stated he would need Israel to freeze building new settlements in order for new talks to take place. And some would say such gestures are necessary so that trust could be rebuilt on both sides.
When you're doing business with someone, first of all, you want to try and start some kind of a gesture. So they should do that. I think the Palestinians should do the same on their part. So the Israeli citizens, as well as the Palestinian citizens, will feel that there is a chance to make a peace.
I think we should sit and speak with the Palestinians at all costs. Even if it means to take out like 100 prisoners. Any delay of this is only damaging our country.
Israel should do whatever she can to create a true peace process and quit playing around and quit sit around and wait for the other side to take actions and create the actions itself. Most of the Israelis want peace, and probably in any cost.
U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, who made several visits to the region thus far, urged both parties to do their part in taking steps forward towards renewing the peace talks. However, it appears each party is certain that the ball is in the other party's court. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv, Israel.